Oh yeah, there's plenty of crap along this stretch, look. How has that ended up there? Look, someone's hubcap. It's got roots growing out of it. Oh, there's a crunchy one. What is it? What the heck is that doing there? This is a really old Coke can. Well, good morning everyone. And as I put up the sign here again, and you see this pile of litter down here, we are back for part 2. Today we're going to be cleaning along the other side of the road. All right, everyone, we got Liz in the front of the car. She's just dropping me off here halfway down the road.
Don't come back if you didn't get any Wamba wages.
Okay. We'll see what we can find today. I'll see you at the end.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so as Liz drives off into the distance, we're going to get started with the litter pick today. Right, so hopefully by now you've seen part 1 of the video. If you haven't, go back and check it out. We walked all the way along the other side of the road here, from Farnham All Saints to Hengrave. Between the two of us, we managed to clean the entire stretch of the road. But the whole time I was walking along, I could see all this rubbish on the other side here. There's quite a lot of stuff all along this little ditch and along the verge further along, and we just didn't have time to come and do the other side. So that's what we're doing today. So today I'm at the end of Hengrave Hall. This wall here is kind of the edge of their property. And so Liz is going to start in Hengrave Village, and she's going to walk all the way along this wide verge here as far as this cone, okay? Meanwhile, I'm going to walk the rest of the road back to Farnham All Saints where we started. And we'll see how we get on. Right, so as you'll have seen at the start of the video, I've plonked our road sign right at the very start by Farnham All Saints. So the idea there is, as the traffic's coming along this side of the road, because we drive on the left in the UK, they will see that sign first and they'll think, oh, there's going to be litter pickers along here. So hopefully that will slow them down a little bit before they get to me and then get to Liz. How has that ended up there? Look, someone's hubcap has gone right at the top. That's mad. Right, since I'm still at the start here, I'll drop this back where we started. So the same as last week, we've come out on Sunday morning again, just because it's the quietest time of the week in terms of traffic on this road. We've actually come out a bit earlier this time. I can't remember what time we started last week, probably about 9ish, I think. So we've come out at sort of 20 past 8 on the Sunday morning this week. And I a bit ambitiously said we'd do it in about half an hour last week. I think it was more like an hour and a half in the end, so we're saying this week we'll do about an hour and a half. We're going to be finished by 10 o'clock at the very latest, and we're just going to get it done. And to be honest, so far it's not as bad as the other side was. Not entirely sure why that is. What is that? Looks like a coat or something. I don't really want to carry that with me all the way either. I'll put that there for now. Weather conditions are dry for now. It has been wet. We have had a bit of rain in the last week. There's another hubcap in here. Pop that with the coat. Well, that's heavy, that one. I've just heard another plastic crunch underfoot down here. What was that? See, you can't see anything there, can you? That's just grass, but I could hear the crunch. Just a little piece of plastic. And I'll be keeping an eye on the other side of the road just to make sure that it has stayed clean since we came through last week. It looks okay. Oh, there's more stuff under here. Okay, this is why this side of the road looked a bit better. It's because it's all hidden underneath this long grass. Where the grass has all been cut back at some point, it's all just piled up on top of the rubbish. Oh, that's annoying. So yeah, it's more of a use of all the senses on this one really. Instead of just looking for it, you've got to kind of listen out for the litter under your feet. Oh. Oh, I think we got pea in this one. To be fair, that does say it's apple juice, to be fair, so maybe it is. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that one. I'm not going to breathe in and try and smell it. Oh. When I did the other side, there was a farmer's field through the hedge, so I could sort of get through and get other stuff that had blown through. But here, it's all just thick bushes on the other side, so I can see this crisp packet. It's going to be a bit of a struggle to get to it, but we'll give it a go. There we go. Gotcha. And I think I could hear some plastic underfoot. No, can. Coke can. 2022 Coke can, there you go. That's a 4-year-old can. Feels like I'm walking on broken glass. I just realised that song was just playing in the car when I got out. I suppose we could change the lyrics for that one, couldn't we? It's like I'm walking on broken cans. Walking on broken cans. Walking on plastic bottles. Oh yeah, there's plenty of crap along this stretch, look. What is that? There's something stuck in here. A big piece of metal. What on earth is it? It feels a bit serrated. What the heck is that? I wonder if that's come off a wheel somewhere as well. It's a bit misshapen. What the heck? Doesn't fit in the bag. Okay, I'll have to pick that one up separately. So just a reminder, the speed limit along this stretch of the road is 50 miles per hour. Some of the cars do go a bit quicker than that. Let's have a look at this one. I'd say that was about 45, wouldn't you? They were going a little bit slower because they'd read the sign, litter pickers out at work this morning. And they've said, oh, I'll slow down a bit for them. They're doing a nice job. So yeah, I addressed this in the last video, but you might think we're a bit crazy doing this on a main road. And that's fair enough, you're entitled to your opinion. But look, ultimately, the way that I see it, if we don't litter pick along here, no one will. There's just no way anyone is ever litter picking along here. I don't like driving past it all. This is the middle of the countryside. There should not be loads of rubbish lying around everywhere like this. It needs to be picked. We are taking the greatest safety precautions that we can in this situation. Like I say, first thing on a Sunday morning, there is much less traffic than normal on this road. We have our big red road sign telling people to slow down. We have the cone halfway along the road. We are mostly working on pretty wide verges. This is probably the sketchiest part of them all. But I haven't felt in danger along here at all. God, the amount of aluminium cans under here, it's mad. And just the same as the other side, it's the amount of beer cans that get me. I've not had quite so many whiskey bottles and stuff as I had on the other side, but yeah, the beer cans are just relentless. Beer cans or energy drinks mostly. I mean, are people really drink driving along here? It's crazy. Look at this. Check out this plastic bottle. It's got roots growing out of it. That's how long that's been there. All the plants are starting to grow through the litter. That's crazy. What a legacy for the human race, eh? That we just left all of this crap lying out in the middle of nature. And Mother Nature's having to kind of reclaim the land by growing through bits of plastic and bottles and crap. As I have to keep insisting, the positive message for our channel is that we are out here making the positive change. Look at this, digging up even the tiniest plastic bottle caps, and we are making this world a better place. And you can too. I know a lot of our viewers are litter pickers in their respective areas, but it's so easy to do. Got another one through this hedge here. Looks like a chewing gum pot or something. Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't take much. I'm not saying that people need to go out and walk along their main roads like this, but just take 5 minutes every so often to go out in your local area, see what's out there. If you fill a bag once a week, then you're making a huge difference for your local community. So looking at the other verge that we did last week, it's looking fantastic. I can actually see one can over there. That's caught my eye. That's the first thing that I've seen. And I'll run across there and grab that in a minute. In fact, since I'm so close to this field entrance, I'm going to quickly grab my bag from before and chuck it over there. Just going to pop that there for later. There you go, so some fresh litter. To say, we litter picked all along this verge last week. I've got part of a crisp packet, but only part of it. And of course, the McDonald's cup. Where would a litter pick be without the McDonald's cup? What a load of rubbish, eh? What a load of rubbish. Oh, this is turning into quite a workout, getting all this stuff out from under the grass. Quite glad I got these big boots on, so I can kick it all out the way. But it's twice the job now. Right, so one thing I love about making these videos is reading all your lovely comments underneath the video. And my question for you this week is, what's the most commonly littered item in your area? If you go out litter picking, what is it that you find everywhere without fail? Because around here, it does depend on the location. You're always going to find Red Bull cans, almost always going to find beer cans of one kind or another. I think Stella is probably the most common one in this town. That, and there's also a few kind of Eastern European beers that we seem to find a lot of. And then especially on roads like this, there's always crisp packets, loads of crisp packets, because people eat them on the go in their car. But I'm intrigued to see what it's like in your area. When we litter picked in America, it seemed to be water bottles you'd find a lot of, like those Kirkland water bottles from Costco. Oh, there's Liz. She's almost made it back to the cone. How brilliant. Wow, I have not made any progress at all along here, have I? She's done that verge in no time. Right, so that's another full bag and another big piece of plastic. I'll leave that there. You'll be pleased to know that in the last week since we came along here, the council did collect all of our bags. We had about, what was it, 8 bags piled up on the other side of the road here. Right, this is something that annoys me in this country. These tree protectors that they put around little saplings. I mean, they need to be there to protect the trees at an early age. But once they grow out of them, look, all these protectors are just lying around in here, and they're made of plastic, and they're just going to sit there forever. The good news is you can now get biodegradable, like cardboard tree protectors, and some people are using those. Hopefully that's going to become the norm. But all these other plastic ones that are just lying around, they're going to be there forever. All right, we've got another lovely view of the Suffolk countryside here. It is just starting to rain, so I've got to put my hood on. But yeah, through the trees here, this is Hengrave Hall. It's like a big estate, which is now used as a wedding venue. And then you've got a nice big wood on the other side there, and then just lovely big farmers' fields as far as the eye can see, right the way around to Marham Park, which is the great big housing estate that they put up a few years ago. Anyway, thought you might like to see that. Right, so I've just had Liz on the phone. She is finished along her section. Oh, you're not going to make her out on here, but I can see an orange blob in the distance. She's gone all the way along that wall, along Hengrave Hall. I think she's picked a couple of bags full of litter. So what she's going to do is take them back to the car, because she's parked up the other end this time. And she'll drop the bags with mine in my pile over there. We will see Liz again very soon. Right, we've got a different story on this verge. I haven't got all the long grass that's all piled up in the ditch this time. Because I'm actually walking on solid ground now. I'm not in the boggy ditch anymore. So I should be able to see all of the litter with my eyes rather than having to listen out for it under my feet. So look, this stuff here, piles of plastic and bits of rag and material and God knows what else, bottles and crap, all piled in one place. When you drive through here, you just see it. It sticks out like a sore thumb. And it looks awful. And this is part of the reason why we wanted to do this road, just because it was so noticeable along here. So we'll get all this bagged up. And then I can drive through here later on today and just feel a bit happier. I think we'll probably drive back out here this afternoon to pick up a bit more manure. So it'll be really nice to just drive along this road and there'll be absolutely zero litter for us to see out the car window. Oh, what was that? Oh, it's the caramel wafer. Could it be him? Has the caramel wafer bandit been through here? It might be. He gets around these days. Oh, there's a crunchy one. What is it? It's a Stella can, like I said earlier. Stella Artois. And we've got a plastic bottle. Man, the Red Bulls in here are crazy. There's so many. What is that? Oh, I don't even know. God, I don't know what that is. There's a broken cup of some kind and it's all wrapped up in this weird, I don't know, it's like a little piece of carpet or something, but it's really wet and dirty. Oh, That's disgusting. Right, I can see a little bit of crap on the other side of the road here. What is that? It looks like a pile of various things all dropped in one spot over there. I'll have to go and check that out in a minute. Oh, this is heavy. Right, so I think we're on bag 4 now. Now, for some reason, I only packed 5 bags with me today. I think, in my mind, I just didn't think we'd get any more than that. But, yeah, this is bag 4. I think I should be okay, because we're not that far from the end. So you got a whole KFC meal here. That's all been chucked out at once. Someone's just thrown the bag with all the different containers in, and it's all just here at the side of the road. What a moron. What a complete moron. I can only assume that's the same story on the other side there. Can you see it yet? Looks like a brown paper bag and some cups and stuff. It must be the same story. Someone's thrown their meal out the window. We'll go and check that out. Oh, the rain's starting to come down a bit harder now. Not nice. Right, let's cross over while it's safe, and we'll see what this is. Okay, I'm sure this has all come from one car. We've got a bag. It was the drive-through, picked up at 6:50 in the evening on the 24th of January. Well, today's the 25th of January, so that was last night. Yesterday at 10 to 7, someone bought a sandwich from Five Guys, 2 sandwiches in fact, and some Cajun fries and 2 milkshakes. Well, here's your milkshakes. There's 1. There's 2. And I'm sure I saw a napkin or something along here as well. But yeah, there's a receipt. Got a can that somehow ended up in this field. Let's go and get that. You've been tangoed. And then a napkin. But yeah, what an absolute prick. What a total prick to throw that out your car window out here. What a wanker. I mean, the person that has done that is just a complete waste of space. They don't belong on this planet. What an idiot. What goes through your mind? I cannot imagine throwing my meal out my car window. I mean, is it just me? I'm just completely baffled by that idea. Why the heck would you do that? Oh, I'm getting bogged down here. There's loads of little bits of plastic in this hole. Just got to be methodical, take it one piece at a time. Calm down a little bit, I think, because I'm starting to get a little bit too hot-headed here. Okay, I've cooled down a little bit now after that. That was a little bit too much for me there with that Five Guys meal. This, if you're interested, is a piece of sugar beet. So I'm just going to chuck it over there because that can rot down. That's something that we're famous for in East Anglia. We grow a lot of sugar beet. All gets harvested from the fields around here and processed at the sugar beet factory. Well, there's several of them around East Anglia, but one of the main ones is in Bury St Edmunds. And in case you don't know what sugar beet is, it sort of looks a bit like a turnip, but you can process it and refine it and make it into sugar. So rather than importing sugar from the other side of the world, we can actually get sugar that is grown and made in this country. Look at this. It's got 4 cups all joined together from somewhere. X. Right, I'm getting close to filling bag 4 here now. And I imagine it won't take me long to fill my 5th bag, so kind of need the cavalry to come in now. Liz, where are you? Right, for now I'm just going to have to fill this bag to the limit as much as I can, just because it's precious space now. What a muppet though, why didn't I bring more bags? Oh, there she is. She's coming in. Yay. Hi. All right, so Liz is done. How many bags did you do?
Only 2. There wasn't that much litter, actually. I mean, there were 2 bags worth of litter.
Yeah.
Not as,
okay.
In the same area, I got 4 bags to the other side, so.
Yeah.
It was clear that, like, someone had picked it before.
Oh, okay.
Or else there would have been more.
Well, yeah, I guess Hengrave Hall, they probably do send someone out.
I did get a thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, from a driver?
Slow down. So thank you.
Oh, that's nice. All right, so I'm on my last bag now. I'm just going to go along here. Once I get to that Fornham All Saints sign, the one that I cleaned up last week a bit, we'll be there. So, all right, we'll see you in a minute, Liz. Right, so, oh, same again. Right, so the final bag. Hadn't realised quite how close to the end we were. Once I get to this sign and that entrance up there, that's the end. So, should be able to fill this bag, I'm sure. And then we'll be calling it a day. So as we come to the end of this video, I feel like after the Five Guys incident, I should try to end this video on more of a positive note. So we'll have filled 7 bags with litter by the end of this one today. And I think, I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, but I think we did 7 on the other side last week. So that's going to be 14 very full bags of litter that we found along this stretch of the road in about a mile. That is quite a lot of rubbish for a mile. But look, ultimately it's clean now. It's going to be a nice road for people to drive down without having to look at all of that crap. So after this, we're going to go home and have a nice cup of tea. Really looking forward to that. That's going to be wonderful. And then we might come down this road again to pick up some more horse manure for our allotment. So we'll have the fun of shifting some horse manure, but also enjoy the bonus of this road on the way being clean for once. And then this afternoon, it's actually my niece's birthday party. She's just turned 4 this week, so happy birthday to you, Ava. We're looking forward to a bit of tea and cake with you this afternoon. Man, look at this. It's funny, I found this earlier. Whenever there's like a little dip in the verge like this, all the litter seems to accumulate there. There's just randomly loads of stuff in this one spot. But it only takes a minute or less for me to get it all up. And now that little dip is clean. Oh, I can see the finish line now. This is a weird one today. I found loads and loads of these bottles. Hadn't really stopped to look at them. This is called Magnum and it's a tonic wine from Jamaica. Anyone ever come across those? I feel like I have seen them before, but there's randomly about 20 of them along this road so far. Look, here's another one. How weird. That must be a regular thing. Someone's driving along here and drinking their tonic wine. And this is the road where they throw it out the window. How strange. People are weird, aren't they? They really are. Well, I know I definitely am weird. That'd be weird to be doing this all the time. Hey, but it's fun. Another tonic wine. Oh, and someone's sandwiches there wrapped up in foil. Never got round to eating them. So they threw it out the window. Sorry, out the bindo. I've seen quite a few people calling it that online now. I like that. Right, we are nearly there now. Which is a good thing because this bag's starting to get heavy, especially with all those glass tonic wine bottles in there. Don't know if I even know what tonic wine is, come to think of it. Not something that I've ever tried. Anyone know? There's another one there, look. More tonic wine. I thought, who's that? Of course it was Liz. Just running over to grab this. Oh, and this. apart from a couple of those packets and the Five Guy twat, the other side of the road there has stayed pretty clean, I must say. It's only been a week, but it's pretty good. Oh, we're nearly there, we're nearly there. Just a few more things. Oh, there go the geese. All right. That's Liz saying bye. You found some of these Magnum bottles?
Like
50. 50 of them. So, both
away
the most common thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's mad. Just crazy. Anyway, we have reached the end because this is the sign. Just get these last few bits and pieces. Now that, what the heck is that doing there? This is a really old Coke can. It's got the original ring pull there. Look at that. That is old. I'm going to try and work out when that one dates to. I'll take that one home with me. Okay, so we're back home now, and I've cleaned up this Coke can a little bit just to read it a bit more clearly. And as far as I can tell, this ring pull here, the old one that you used to remove, was phased out in 1989. So this Coke can dates from the 1980s at some point. Interestingly, on the top it says, see if you can read that, dispose of properly. And then on the other side of the top it says, please do not litter. Wouldn't it be great if they still had that message on the cans these days? Whether or not there was a date on the bottom, I'm not sure. I've tried cleaning it up and I've tried looking at it from different angles and shining a light, but I can't make out any dates on there. But yeah, isn't that crazy? The last piece of litter that I found today was this antique Coke can. So yeah, we've now reached the next ditch, which is the end of the line for us. Here's our little sign. And this road is now clean. From Farnham All Saints at this end, all the way up to Hengrave, both sides of the road now are completely clean. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you've watched both parts and stuck around to the end, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. We love you all, and we'll see you on another video. Hopefully very soon. All right, thank you. Bye.